glory, but there will also be sacrifice.
Like most X-Men mythology, The Gifted has never shied away from tackling prejudice and intolerance through the lens of sci-fi with mutants. The gloves are off in Season 2. Set 6 months after Season 1 ended, the characters are dealing with dangerous anti-mutant sentiments and a country becoming more and more polarized.
What do we want? It's simple. We want to feel safe.
X-Men have been relevant forever, for decades and decades and decades, and it's sad that they're still relevant. It's weird because when the show was created, our showrunner Matt Nix would say, oh gosh, I'm writing a show about a future dystopian society, and it's not really real, but now, after the election, after everything that's happened, it's what we see not only on the news or the TV, but out and in our streets. That's what our show's about. It's about a minority group being forced to flee from their homes.
Emma Dumont's character, Polaris, is a mutant who lives with bipolar disorder and just happens to be the daughter of a certain famous X-Men, Magneto.
She's resented her father, Magneto, for so many years for abandoning her, and never reaching out to her. And this season we actually see her deal with that, and she returns to her childhood at some point to deal with those issues.
Catch The Gifted every Tuesday on City TV. The Hate U Give is being called an essential movie for 2018. It tells the story of 16-year-old Star Carter, who was drawn to activism after she witnesses the police shooting of her unarmed friend.
What did you do?
The film is an adaptation of the best-selling young adult novel of the same name, written by Angie Thomas, who told me about the timeliness and urgency of this story.
I hate the fact that there was so much source material for you to be able to write this story.
When I was writing the book, when I was finishing my edits on the book, it was the same week that both Philando Castile and Alton Sterling lost their lives. And I remember thinking, what's the point of writing this? This is still happening. A book is not going to change anything. But I have to give a shout out to my mom, because she had to remind me. She said, you don't know who's going to read this and how it will change their perspective and what they will go on to do.
We knew what our purpose was there, and beyond knowing our purpose, we knew, okay, since we have that purpose, we have to make sure we have our arms around each other, and we have to make sure we're making this as, I don't want to say lighthearted, but
I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, fun and enjoying it.
These young kids nowadays, they are smart, they are aware, they are increasingly realizing how in this way, in this media, in this time, to use and voice their power.